So this is the Sentient Toast Life Support version 1, and in fact we can see that there in the corner of the device. And this one is equipped with the standard toast phones. Now, of course, there are probably better versions of toast phones out on the market, but I mean these are the standard Interdimensional Industries original version, which is really interesting. So yeah, just have a quick look at this. Obviously, this is quite battered, quite old. There seems to be a lot of leakage, as there are surprisingly quite a lot of mechanical parts in this, and there seems to be quite a bit of oil. Well, I hope that's oil. It's equipped with a standard UK plug, and we will be plugging this in later and testing it for real, so that's cool. I'm going to go around to the side. So there we are. Around the side we have the engage lever. Obviously it doesn't stay down unless it's plugged in. So that's what that is. Here we have the do not touch. Wow, wow, wow. And not volume. So there we are, all of the standard options that you would expect to see on a device such as this. You can see this one's quite well used. We don't know the full history on this one, but as you can see, it's been well loved by whoever previously owned this. There's a lot of scuffs. There's some more warning. A warning label that seems to have been welded on, which is interesting. And then this is interesting here. You can just see the name of this device, which sits on the top of it, which is the toast mic, and that's connected. The toast mic here connected into the Soul mic input. Now, various Soul microphones obviously are available on the market to listen to, Souls, and more recently, Soul mic for the deceased recently came out as an option. But of course, with this device, Toast microphones are more applicable. So, Toast microphone has been fitted and connected into the machine. Just going to quickly look on the underside first, before we move on. We have the audio management board in there, which has a standard audio jack on there for the Toast phones. There is a power inlet, and there's the main heat grill exhaust. And in fact, there's some details on some more information about this device. The Sentient Toast Life Support version 1, made in shed by Interdimensional Industries. So there we are. That's very interesting. It's got some weight to it. It's very heavy, actually. And as you can see, I think this was probably a bodge fix at some point for probably some sort of external cortex. Then we have a auxiliary exhaust connection for, if you want to suck the life out of it, as well as a calibration dial there. Although that's not very well labelled, I must admit. On the top, you can see inside, the bottom cavern obviously is where you place your toast, as it's labelled. That's where you want to place the toast. And here we have all of the necessary quantum-based electronics, which allow us to hear the screams of the toast inside, which is very interesting. What I'm planning to do now is, in fact, plug the Sentient toaster into the wall, and basically we can see this in action. Okay, so I've had to turn the lights up just because this does light up and it looks quite pretty. But as you can see, you don't get much cable, which is of course a slight downfall of the Sentient Toast Life Support version 1. But in fact, we're going to turn this on, and we can see some light now emanating from the top of the unit, which is very cool. So I'm going to just move this light out of the way so that we can have a look inside here. A couple of things to bear in mind. You'll notice there is a light flashing on the side of the unit, indicating the unit is in standby and operable. So we can see that there. And as you can see, the unit has activated and is prepared, ready for receiving toast into the cabin. Now, obviously, what we want to do is adjust our settings accordingly for what you wish to produce. Now, of course, we could do is just adjust the knot volume appropriately, the wow, and in this case the will be on, so we'll just turn that on there. Obviously this is simple stuff, but it is important just to highlight. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put in a piece of toast, and we're going to put this down. So I've got my piece of toast, in it goes. So that's in there, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my toast engage lever, as you would on, say, the cooking variety of a toaster, and just put it down. And as you can see, it's now toasting the toaster, and we get the nugget warning indicator is flashing. And in fact, you can hear stuff coming through the toast phones, hopefully. But yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, the fact that the thing actually popped without warning genuinely made me jump. So that's a slight thing to be aware with this, is it doesn't actually warn you when it's nearly done, and it pops. And it pops when the sentient toast's soul has been extrapolated. Obviously, while you're doing this to entertain yourself, you can listen to the screams on the toast phones, which of course are picked up by the toaster mic on there. But as you can see, the toast does come out looking a little bit different, which is rather interesting. So yeah, but it's quite effective. Obviously, you've got quite a large variety of options available on here, including this one. There's a red button just on the side with a interesting. I wonder what happens if I